Okay, 5 minutes today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my learning to DJ experience. But first of all, if you notice, popped the shirt off today. Also want to show off my workout body because I've been working out regularly almost all summer long, and I hope it shows. I think it does a little bit for for you, the one person that's watching my video. Actually, I've noticed that the last like 3 or so videos, nobody's watched, the 0 views. So I must be doing something right. But yeah. Plus, it's like really hot and humid in our house today, and whatever. It looks good. Actually, I worked all summer in the gym trying to put on a little bit of muscle. And then I also worked on trying to get a little bit of a tan because that always helps. And I love being tan. I love sitting in the sun. It makes me feel good. I think it's done a lot for my mental health, for my emotional quality, being in the sun, working out. And yeah, so that's what's up with that. But what about DJing? So um, I think it's been about like it was actually maybe 6 months ago. I bought this thing. It's called a Numark uh, DJ2GO2. And, I found this thing online. It was like 30 bucks, 1,000 NT. I think a little bit more than that, like 40 bucks, 1,200, 1,300 NT or whatever. So pretty cheap for a DJ controller. And I just saw this and was like, this is cheap enough for me to get and try to see like what is going on. What are DJs doing? I love going to music festivals. I love listening to music, but I've never really understood like what they're actually doing up there. I mean, I know that people are going from one song to another, but what's with all the knobs? How do you actually do it? So I picked this up to try to learn a little bit. And honestly, it's been really fun to have and get the basics. Um, Actually, it's still really useful. I mean, I really haven't got the basics down yet. I'm still learning some of the most simple, fundamental things about just going from one track to another without getting into any kind of like special effects or fancy mixing. One track to another is still actually um, challenging enough for me. So I've been playing with this, although I have to say I've already feel like I'm getting close. Maybe not today, but in the uh, next month or so, I'm reaching the end of the capability of this thing to kind of move on to the next level of mixing. Because this thing, if you can see it, uh, camera won't really focus. So this thing doesn't really have any EQ knobs. So a lot of the tutorials I've seen on YouTube talk about mixing using like, the low, mid, high EQs to kind of fade things in and out and this whole thing. And I can't do that with this. There's nothing there. But everything else, there's some pads. You can do some loops and some cues and some samples, and it's got pretty much everything else that a regular DJ controller would have. Plus, it's like really tiny and small. Like I can just like put this in my pocket practically and take it around if I were to do that, which I probably won't. But anyways, yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I have been watching videos. I have been checking out um, kind of upgraded DJ controllers. Pioneer makes a kind of step up version of this that's a little bit bigger, has the EQ knobs that I might want to have soon. I just also been kind of waiting to see like, do I actually like doing this enough to keep learning and keep playing? I'm not really sure yet. I like it enough to do it at home for fun with my own music, but I'm not sure if that energy will continue or not. So giving it another month or two of just playing around with this thing because it's cheap, and then seeing where it goes. If you know how things can happen. You can kind of have an interest and then it just like can fade out really quick. I've seen it with DJ friends too. I've definitely had friends who got into DJing and went like all the way to DJing in clubs and then were like, I'm done with this. So I don't know. I don't think that's my journey. I'm definitely not interested in being an actual DJ. I've got zero interest in DJing in clubs or at parties or anything like that. Just for fun, just to kind of learn. And yeah, and also the more I will say before I check out, the more I learn about the tricks and the techniques, the more respect I have for the DJs that I listen to when I go to parties, and more respect I have for what they're doing because, you know, it isn't just pressing play and pressing stop. It's a bit more than that. So it's been fun. That's my post today. Happy Thursday.